Good evening, everyone. Myself, B. Kashinath, working as senior lecturer in electronics and communication engineering. Presently working at Government Polytechnic, Sangareddy. Uh, I'm going to teach you electronic measuring instrument subject, which is in third year, fifth semester. uh, and the subject code of this subject electronic measuring instruments is 18 EC 504 EMI. So as this subject comes under the elective mode, so that's why I put in bracket E, and it is the first option of elective. So in A and B electives, this one is the first option, so it is A. So final completely it is 18 EC 504 EMI elective, first option A. And today I am going to discuss about the topic of AC bridges measurement. AC bridges, in that one subtopic is Wheatstone bridge. Subtopic is the Wheatstone bridge, which is used to measure the um, unknown resistance, which is used to measure the unknown resistor. So before going to the Wheatstone bridge, so what actually a bridge circuit is what? So we will briefly introduce what is bridge circuit, then we will go into the construction and working principle of the Wheatstone bridge. So basically a bridge circuit in its simple form consists of a network of four resistance arms forming a closed circuit with a DC source of current applied to two opposite junctions and a current detector connected to other two junctions. So again I am repeating the definition of the bridge circuit. So bridge circuit in its simple form, so bridge circuit in its simple form consists of a network of four resistance arms. So you will be having in bridge circuit totally a network consisting of four resistive arms forming a closed circuits. So out of those four resistance of forming the closed circuits, for we will be forming the two junctions. So out of those two junctions, one junction with a DC source of current applied to two opposite junctions, and current detector is connected to other two junctions. Totally four resistance arms we are having. So totally we will be having the four junctions. So we are connecting a DC source between the two opposite junctions and a current detector connected to other two junctions. So that is the what is called bridge circuits. These bridge circuits are extensively used for measuring the values such as uh, resistance, inductance, and capacitance. So and the bridge circuits, what it will do is it will compares the value of unknown component. It will compares the value of unknown component with that of a accurately known component or a standard component. So bridge circuits are extensively used for measuring the values of such as your network elements, resistance, inductance, and capacitance. And this bridge circuits, what it will do is internally the principle of operation is it will compare the value of unknown component. So on a bridge you will be having the four arms. So on the four arms you will be having the three arms connected with the known standard values, and in the fourth arm you are connecting the unknown component, that may be your resistance or inductance or capacitance. So that unknown component is so this the bridge circuit will compares the value of that unknown component with that of a accurately known standard components. So its measurement accuracy is very high. uh, uh, why? Because is whatever the readout of this comparisons, is based on the null indication at bridge balance, which is essential, and it is independent of the characteristics of the null detector. So its measurement is very much accurate due to what? The readout of the comparisons is based on null indication at bridge balance, which is very much essential, and it is independent of the characteristics of the null detector. And the measurement accuracy is directly related to the null indicator used. And you will be having the AC bridges and DC bridges. So the bridge which is used to measure the unknown resistance is Wheatstone bridge. So in this bridge we are using only resistive components. So this is a basic DC bridge. The Wheatstone bridge is a basic DC bridge used for accurately measurement of the resistance. Accurately measurement of the resistance. This is the introduction of the bridge circuit. So what is bridge circuit? So bridge circuit in its simple form, it consists of a network of four resistances arms forming a closed circuit with a, so when you are having the four resistance arm forming a closed circuit, you will be having four junctions. So with it, on those four junctions, a DC source of current is applied to two opposite junctions, and a current detector or a null detector, we are calling it as, connected to other two junctions. And these bridge circuits are extensively used for measuring the unknown values of your resistance, inductance and capacitance. And these bridge circuits are, what it will do, principle of operation is, it will compare the value of unknown component with that of accurately known component or accurately known standard components. So its measurement accuracy is very much high. Why? Because whatever the readout of this comparison is based on the null indication at bridge balance, which is essential, and it is independent of the characteristics of the null detector. So therefore the measurement accuracy is directly related to the null indicator used. And the DC bridge which is used for accuracy measurement of the resistance is your Wheatstone bridge. So we will see what Wheatstone bridge is. So on completion of the period, you will be able to know about the Wheatstone bridge circuits, its basic operation, measurement of unknown resistance, and we will finally have the Thevenin's equivalent of the Wheatstone bridge circuit. Thevenin's equivalent of the Wheatstone bridge circuit. So this is the Wheatstone bridge circuits. So as I have already told, bridge consists of a 4 ohms. So here you will be having the 4 ohms, having 4 junctions. So you will be having the junctions A, B, C, D. So for A and B, your opposite junctions A and B, you are connecting the DC power supply. For the C and D arms, you are connecting the galvanometer or null indicator. So and this, whatever this uh, uh, 4 arms, out of the 4 arms, the currents passing through different arms. So you will be having the 4 resistances R1, R1, 2, R3, R4, and your R4 is your unknown resistance. So and each arm you will be having the current passing through the each arm is I1, I2, I3 and I4, corresponding to the resistance R1, R2, R3, R4. And we are calling the arm AC and AD ratio arms, and CB we are calling it as standard arm, and we are connecting the unknown resistance which is used to be measured across the DB arm. So totally you will be having the four arms. On these four arms you will be having the four resistance R1, R2, R3, R4, and the opposite junctions are connected. That is AB junctions are connected with the power supply. C and D are connected to a galvanometer, and your AD arms are called ratio arms. CB arm is called standard arm. DB arm is called uh, unknown arm or unknown resistance is connected in the uh, DB arm. So that is called unknown arm. You can draw the diagram. So we will go to the operation of the circuit. So its operation is based on the fundamental diagram as shown in the figure. So the bridge has totally 4 resistive arms, R1, R2, R3, R4, and galvanometer is used as null detector that is connected between the C and D arm. And this Wheatstone bridge is the most accurate method that is available for measuring the resistances ranging from approximately 1 ohm to several mega ohms. 1 ohm to several mega ohms. So the Wheatstone bridge is the most accurate method of available for measuring the resistances ranging from approximately 1 ohm to several mega ohm. So in this circuit uh, the source of EMI and a switch is connected to the points A and B. A sensitive current indicator, we are calling it as galvanometer. So the current through the galvanometer depends on the potential difference between point C and D. That is, a sensitive current detector, the galvanometer is connected between the points C and D. So this is sensitive microammeter with a zero center scale when there is no current through the meter, and the galvanometer pointer rests at 0, that is at mid scale. So at the mid scale it is having the value of 0, that is at the center it is having the 0 indication. So between the point C and D we are what we are having the sensitive current indicating meter, that we are calling it as uh, galvanometer. So this galvanometer is a sensitive microammeter, sensitive microammeter with a zero center scale when there is no current through the meter. So when there is no current through the meter, it has to indicate zero current on a center scale, means the galvanometer points rest at 0, that is at the mid scale. So the bridge is said to be balanced when the potential difference across the galvanometer is 0 volts. So there is no current through the galvanometer, and current in one direction causes the pointer to deflect on one side, and the current in opposite direction to the other side. So in the galvanometer, what happens when the current in one direction from point C to D causes the pointer to deflect on one side. Similarly, current in opposite sides, so the current from D side will causes the deflection in another side. So the voltage from point C to point A equals the voltage from point D to A. The voltage from C to A will be equal to D to A, because the galvanometer is indicating the 0 reading, means you can directly say that the potential difference between the points A and C will be equal to potential difference between the points D and A. Similarly, when the voltage from point C to B equals the voltage from D to B. So from the galvanometer indication 0 indicates that the potential difference from point A to C and D to A, and the voltage from point C to B and equals the voltage drop from D to B. When we are switch is closed, the current flows and divided into the 2 ohms at point A. So that current is I1 and I2, and the bridge is said to be balanced when there is no current through the galvanometer, or when the potential difference between at point C and D equal, that is potential across the galvanometer is 0. So when we are giving the switch is closed, we are applying the electrical current, electrical supply to the A and B terminals of the bridge. Then what happens, I1 and I2 currents are flowing through R1 and R2, and the bridge is said to be balanced when there is no current through the galvanometer. The bridge is said to be balanced when there is no current through the galvanometer, or when the potential difference at point C and D is equal, that is the potential difference between the point C and D is equal, that is potential across the galvanometer is 0. So then the bridge is said to be in balanced condition. When the bridge is said to be in balanced condition, we are saying that potential difference from C to A is equal to D to A. Similarly, C to B is equal to B to D. So from that we can assume, we can say that I1 R1 will be equal to I2 R2, and if the galvanometer current is 0, the following conditions also exist. That is, whatever the current I1 will be equal to I3, same current I1 will be equal to I3. Similarly, I2 will be equal to I4. And from the diagram you can say that I1 equal to I3 equal to your supply voltage divided by R1 plus R3. Similarly, your I2 or I4 will be equal to supply voltage by R2 plus R4. So now we have equations from the bridge balanced, three equations. That is, one is potential difference between the points C and D will be 0, means the potential across A and C, A and D will be equal. So from that, I1 R1 equal to I2 R2, and the current galvanometer is current is 0, means we are having two more equations, that are I1 equal to I3 equal to E by R1 plus R3. Similarly, I2 I4 equal to E by R2 plus R4. Then combining this 1 2 3 equations, and we can simplify by using the simple mathematics. So you will be having the equation like I1 R1 equal to I2 R2. Substitute I1 I2 from the equation 2 and 3. Then you will get E into R1 by R1 plus R3 equal to E into R2 by R2 plus R4. Then E and E will get cancelled. Then you will be having R1 into in bracket R2 plus R4. Similarly, equal to R1 plus R3 in bracket into R2. Then you will get R1 R2 plus R1 R4 equal to R1 R2 plus R2 R3. So R1 R2 will be gets cancelled. You will get R1 R4 will be equal to R2 R3. This is the equation 5. So this equation 5 is the expression for the balance condition of the Wheatstone bridge. So Wheatstone bridge is balanced when R1 R4 will be equal to R2 R3. Now what we are doing, we are connecting the unknown resistor in the R4. So it is called, this resistance is Rx, unknown resistance. Then it is expressed by as from the previous equation 5, R1 R4 equal to R2 R3. So hence Rx will be equal to R2 R3 by R1, where resistance R3 is called standard arm of the bridge and R1 and R2 are called the ratio arms. Now finding the Thevenin's equivalent. So it is derived by finding the internal resistance as well as the Thevenin's equivalent voltage. So first step is to find the equivalent voltage appearing at the terminals C and D when the galvanometer is removed from the circuit. So first step what we have to do is find the equivalent voltage appearing at the terminals C and D when galvanometer is removed from the circuit. And the second step involves the finding the equivalent resistance looking into the terminals of C and D. So the first step, by using the first step, ECD will be equal to EAC minus EAD. So that will be I1 R1 minus I2 R2, where I1 will be E by R1 plus R3, I2 is E by R2 plus R4. Then you will get the ECD will be E will be cancelled, R1 by R1 plus R3 minus R2 by R2 plus R4. This is the Thevenin's equivalent voltage. Similarly, Thevenin's equivalent resistance will be R1 R3 by R1 into R3 by, so R1 R3 parallel, R2 R4 parallel. By looking into the terminal C and D, as already this you have known in network theory. So no, I am not discussing deeply about how to find the VTH and RTH. From the diagram, you can directly say that RTH will be R1 R3 parallel, R1 R3 is in series, R1 R3 parallel, which comes in series with R2 R4 parallel. So RTH will be R1 R3 by R1 plus R3 plus R2 into R4 by R2 into R4 by R2 plus R4. So when the null detector is connected to the output terminals of the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, now the galvanometer current will be ETH by RTH plus RG, where IG is the galvanometer current, RG is galvanometer's resistance. So in this class we have discussed about the operation of the Wheatstone bridge circuit and the calculation of unknown resistance and its Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Now we can say that the bridge is said to be balanced when the potential difference across the galvanometer is 2 volts, 1 volt, 3 volts or 0 volts. So when the bridge is said to be balanced, the potential difference across the galvanometer is 0 volts. Then only bridge is balanced. Then we are having the equations of I1R1 equal to I2R2, and also uh, you are having I1 equal to I3, that will be equal to E by R1 plus R3. Similarly I2 equal to I4, which is equal to E by R2 plus R4. Then by using these two equations and simplify by simple maths, you are getting the R1 R4 equal to R2 R3. Then your R4 is Rx, unknown resistance, that Rx will be R2 R3 by R1, where R3 is the standard arm of the bridge and resistor R2 R1 are called ratio arm. And the measurement of this unknown resistance Rx is independent of the characteristics of the calibration of the null detecting galvanometer, provided that null detector has sufficient sensitivity to indicate the position of the bridge with required degree of precision. So whatever the measurement of unknown resistance Rx is independent of the characteristics or calibration of the null detecting galvanometer, provided that null detector has sufficient sensitivity to indicate the position of the bridge with required degree of precision. A Wheatstone bridge is used to measure the unknown capacitance, inductance, resistance above all. So it is used to measure the unknown resistance. Option is C. So frequently asked questions: draw the circuit of Wheatstone bridge and determine the unknown resistance, or draw the Thevenin equivalent circuit and measure the Thevenin equivalent resistance of the bridge circuit. If it is asked for 3 marks, just only for, if it is asked for 1 mark, then draw the diagram and just write the expression Rx equal to R2 R3 by R1. So or 1 mark, just write the expression of balance, that is unknown resistance Rx equal to R2 R3 by R1. If it is came for 3 marks, then draw the diagram, and by using the simple maths we are calculating R1 R4 equal to R2 R3. Then you will getting the R4 or Rx equal to R3 R2 by R1. If it is came for 5 marks, then you have to write like 4 arms will be there. The source of EMF is connected across A and B, and sensitive current detective microammeter is connected between C and D. So and this sensitive microammeter having a center scale, it will show 0 indication on the mid scale, and current in one direction causes the pointer to deflect in one side, and current in opposite direction causes the deflection in another side. When the switch is closed, electric supply is connected. Then uh, current whatever the current will be there, that is splitted into I1 and I2 at the point A. uh, when the bridge is said to be balanced, what is the condition? The condition is potential difference between the point C and D will be equal. From that we can say that potential from C to A will be equal to D to A, or C to B will be equal to D to B. From that you can say that I1 R1 equal to I2 R2, and similarly I1 equal to I3 equal to E by R1 plus R3. Similarly I2 and I4 equal to E by R2 plus R4. From that simple mass calculations you can get the R4 equal to R2 R3 by R1. And Wheatstone bridge is the most accurate method available for measuring the resistance, ranging from approximately 1 ohm to several mega ohm. And measurement of this unknown resistance is independent of the characteristics or calibration of the null detecting galvanometer, provided that null detector has sufficient sensitivity to indicate the position of the bridge with required degree of precision. Let's suppose I'm having R1 equal to 10k, R2 equal to 15k, R3 equal to 40k. Find the unknown resistance Rx. So from the equation you can say that R1 R4 equal to R2 R3, or R1 Rx equal to R2 R3. Then your Rx will be R2 R3 by R1. So from the uh, given equation, R2 is problem, R2 is 15k, R3 is 14k, divided by R1 is 12k. Then you will get unknown resistance is 60 kilo ohms. And the applications of this Wheatstone bridge, it is used to measure the DC resistance of various wires, either for the purpose of quantity control of the wire itself, or some assembly in which it is used. For example, resistance of the motor windings, transformers, solenoids, relay coils can be measured. It is also used extensively by telephone companies and others to locate the cable faults. The fault may be two lines shorted together or a single line shorted to ground. So these are the applications of Wheatstone bridge. And the limitations are: for low resistance measurements, the resistance of the leads and contacts becomes significant and introduces the errors. So this can be eliminated by the Kelvin's double bridge. And for measurement of high resistance, the resistance presented by the bridge becomes so large that galvanometer is insensitive to balance. Hence a power supply has to replace the battery, and a DC VTVM replaces the galvanometer in case of high resistance measurements. In case of high resistance measurements in mega ohms, the Wheatstone bridge cannot be used. And the rise in temperature causes change in the value of the resistance, and excessive current may cause the permanent change in the value. These are the limitations of the Wheatstone bridges. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you.